Time frame. A time frame is defined as the time duration during which one chooses to study a particular chart. Some of the popular time frames that technical analysts use are monthly chart, weekly chart, daily or end of day charts, intraday charts that include 30 minutes, 15 minutes and 5 minutes. One can customize the time frame as per their requirement. For example, a high frequency trader may want to use a 1 minute chart as opposed to any other time frame. So let's understand this. Monthly time frame. The opening price on the first day of the month. The high is the highest price at which the stock traded during the entire month. The lowest price at which the stock traded during the entire month, the low price, and the closing price is the last the closing price on the last day of the month. As it is a monthly candle, there will be around 12 candles for the entire year, as there are 12 months in a year. Okay, so weekly candles. So what is the open? Monday's opening price. What is the high? The highest price at which the stock traded during the entire week. What is the low? The low price at which the stock traded during the entire week. The close is the closing price on Friday. Daily is the opening, daily or EOD is the opening price of the day. The highest price, the high price will be the highest price the stock has traded during the day. The lowest price would be the opposite, and the closing price would be the price at which the stock closed at end of the day. So intraday 30 minutes, the opening price at the beginning of the first minute, the highest price at which the stock traded during the 30-minute duration. The low will be the lowest price at which the stock traded during the 30-minute duration. The close will be the closing price as on the 30th minute. And these are 15 minutes and 5 minutes. These are all same. As the time duration has reduced, 5 minutes and 15 minutes, therefore the number of candles will increase. In case of intraday chart of 15 minutes, there will be around 25 candles per day. In case of 5 minute charts, there will be 70 to 75 candles per day. In case of 30 minute chart, there will be 12 candles. And for EOD, there will be 252 candles for the entire year, excluding the Sundays, holidays and all, Sunday, Saturday. For weekly, there will be 52 candles for the entire year. I'll show you in chart also, but at first let us deal with the theoretical part. As you can see from the table above or the previous table, when the time frame reduces, the number of candles increase. Based on the type of trader you are, you need to take a stand on the time frame you need. The data can either be information or noise. As a trader, you need to filter information from noise. For instance, a long-term investor is better off looking at weekly or monthly chart, as this would provide information. While on the other hand, an intraday trader executing 1 or 2 trades per day is better off looking at the end of the day, or at best 15 minutes chart. Likewise, for a high frequency trader, a 1 minute chart can convey a lot of information. So based on the stance as a trader, you need to choose a time frame. This is extremely crucial for your trading success, because a successful trader looks for information and discards the noise. So it totally depends on the type of trader you are or type of trader you want to become. If you are an investor, then 15 minutes chart or 5 minutes chart or 1 day chart are of no use. If you are a long-term investor, for example, you are planning to invest on a stock for 10 years, then you don't need to look at the 5 minutes chart of the stock or 15 minutes chart or 1 day chart. You just need to look at the weekly chart or the monthly chart. That will do. On the other hand, if you are an intraday trader, you earn money from the market on day-to-day basis. Then in that case, the monthly chart or the weekly chart is of no use because you will get no information from the weekly chart or the monthly chart. It's not it. So it totally depends on the type of trader you are. If you understand what type of trader you are or what type of trader you want to become, then you need to choose the time frame. Let me show you in the chart. This is a chart of Tata Motors. Tata Motors is an Indian company. So this is a monthly chart. So this is a monthly chart of Tata Motors for the month of March. As you can see, this is the, remember, this is the highest point. This is the opening price. This is the highest point. The highest price of the Tata Motors for the month of March was 134.21 and it opened at 133.53. Opening price was 133.53 and the highest was just 1 rupee above, approximate 1 rupee, 134.21. But it made a low of 64.51 for that month and it ultimately closed at 70.60. So with the help of this candle, we got the picture for the entire month of March from this candle onwards. Suppose there is a long-term investor who has invested in Tata Motors for 15 years or 5 years. He just need to look, just by looking at a single candlestick, he'll get a complete picture. So this high frame or long-term frame charts are mainly beneficial for long-term investors. Now let's switch to weekly chart, 1 week chart. See, now it has changed. Let's take this big candle. This candle is for 27/4/2020. So what happened during that week? It opened at 76.32, made a low of 74.76, and high and the closing was almost same. It was 93.30. So just by looking at this candle, you got the picture for the entire week. Let's say you are an investor, you have invested in Tata Motors for 1 year, 6 months, 8 months, 1.5 years. Then you can easily use weekly chart to get the picture. Now let's switch to 1 day chart. This is the daily chart. Let's consider this candle. See what Tata Motors has done. On 31/7/2020, Tata Motors opened at 104.62, made a low of made a high of 105.35, made a low of 102.30, and ultimately closed at sorry. Hold. Let us look at the 1 day chart now. Tata Motors opened at 104.02, made a low of 102.28, made a high of 105.35, and ultimately closed at 104.68. So this is the 1 day chart. Suppose you are an intraday trader, or I'm an intraday trader, so then this 1 day chart is of no use because it will just tell me the movement of Tata Motors on day-to-day basis. So I can switch to 15 minutes chart. So this 15 minutes chart will tell me the price movement or the movement on Tata Motors on 15 minutes basis. So in India, the market opens at 9:15 and it closes at 3:30. So this is the entire movement of Tata Motors on 15 minutes chart on 31st July 2020. Just this is the entire movement of Tata Motors on 31st July on 15 minutes chart. Suppose if I am an intraday trader, then easily I could have taken a position here or somewhere around here to make some profit. But for investors, they won't be seeing this because they are mainly interested in long-term profit, and they use long-term candles or the high time frame candles. But intraday traders, they are mainly focused on profit on day-to-day basis. So what they do is that they mainly focus on lower time frame candles. A high frequency trader may use 5 minutes candlestick or a 1 minute candlestick. Now see, this is a 1 minute candlesticks time frame I am using right now, and let me show you. Now see, this is the entire picture of Tata Motors on 31st July 2020 on 1 minute time frame. Now see how many candles we have got. We have got so many candles that I had to zoom out like this. So it totally depends on what type of a trader you are. If you're high frequency trader, go for lower time frames. If you're investor, go for higher time frames. Or if you're a normal intraday trader, then you can go for 5 minutes or 15 minutes or 30 minutes. If you're Forex trader, as the Forex market is open for around the clock, then you can easily use 2 hours time frame, 4 hours time frame. Generally people use 4 hours time frame on Forex because of stability. Anyways, we'll come to the time frame chapter later on detail, and we'll also try to understand the candlestick patterns and all in our later classes. Hopefully you all have understood the importance of time frame on stock market or Forex market, any market. Thank you so much. See you in next class.